Hi all, my name is Taryn Atkins. I'm a 4A specialist for University of Missouri Extension, and I work out in the field in Franklin and Gasconade counties. And so I have about 900 youth that are in my traditional program there, and then a bunch of after school and in school network stuff too as well. So we have about 2,000 youth that we connect with every year just in my two counties. So a busy time there. But that's a little bit about myself. I grew up in the ag community on a cow-calf operation, and have loved agriculture since that. And now we're finding my way into being able to use some education in that realm. So for this class, which I'm very excited to partner with the program development class. Dr. Mott was actually my educator as well for this. And so I took it one of her first times teaching the program development class. So I'm sure it's changed a little bit since then. But Dr. Mott is good about getting people out there with opportunities. And so I'm excited to have this opportunity with you all. But enough about me. I will get to know you all here coming up for the group training and afterwards. But if you want to work with me, I've got two projects in the realm for your program development class that I am interested in getting a little assistance with. The first one is our for a food insecurity program. And this one, actually, I've been working with Dr. Mott on this one. So we've been doing some research over the past couple of years on how positive youth development organizations such as 4-H and FFA operate in this field. And so there's a lot of content for just delivery of this content, but the education side of in the background of preparing youth for what food insecurity is and how it impacts their lives, their community, but also the state and the greater world is something that we lack a lot of times in this positive youth development organizations. And so that's where you guys are going to come in is to help us build out some of this content. So what we're looking for, and I won't give too many ideas here. I kind of want to see what you guys come up with, but to get you wrapped around this, an area that we'd like to see more programming done is in 4-H and FFA clubs to have about at least an hour set of programming. So think of a kit that a club or a chapter can take, and they can use that to prepare youth for food insecurity events. So here in Missouri, we have a couple major ones for 4-H. They have 4-H Feed in Missouri that happens in the winter, springtime, and then also a food packing event at the state fair. And then Missouri FFA also has a meal packing event at the state fair, Food Insecurity Day at the Missouri State Fair. So we want to prepare our youth to participate in these things, and understanding why they are participating in what might be a food collection event or a meal packing event, or whatever it may be. What we see is the youth are just involved in those things, and they don't really have a lot of education outcomes before that, or understanding why they're doing that. And so for you guys, it's developing a kit that maybe about an hour or so that clubs and chapters can work through to prepare youth for going to a food packing or meal packing event. And I will not say too much more after that, because again, I don't want to put ideas in, but we're looking for about an hour's worth of content and a kit that can be electronic or a physical. Don't be limited with ideas here. We can give to a club leader or a chapter advisor or a set of teens to lead and give the power back to youth. One big preference I want to highlight in this is we want to make sure that youth are the center stage here. It's not just about a person doing education about food insecurity. It's really getting youth involved and working with that content. And so we don't have adults taking over that content. So think about, for this kit development, what could be activities or areas that we want to program develop for them to explore food insecurity. Now we'll have I have some information and stuff that gives you some more background, especially if you haven't been working in the food insecurity realm. I'm not going to just throw you out there, but so I do have some background resources and stuff that we can work through and I can share. But it's developing that content so our youth are prepared to do things in food insecurity. So that's event one. Event two, or another program that I've been working with, I'm super excited about it, is a primitive camping plan. Last year here in Missouri, we have an extension research farm that was with our College of Ag and then it transitioned to extension. And so we're doing a lot more education with it and with this about over 1,000-acre farm. That's woodland. It has a nice river going through it, but also some bottom ground plains. So it's a really neat area. And I was able to do an introductory primitive camping experience for our youth there in 4-H for teenagers last year. And so what we're looking for is to really develop out what a 24-hour primitive camping opportunity for teenagers, so think 14 to 18, would look like. What would be the learning objectives for that? What kind of content areas would we explore on primitive camping? And so let me give a little more background on primitive camping. So we're thinking about like survival stuff that you might need for skills to be able to survive and thrive in a wilderness setting somewhere here kind of in the Midwest. We're not going to do desert stuff or like jungle things. We're thinking about here mid-America, what ideas would be good for youth to learn about. So some of the topics that we talked about last year were like fish cleaning and fishing and knot tying, shelter building, fire making, hiking skills, clothing and stuff that they would need to know. So those are some of the environmental things that we work through. But really looking at the content area, what is something for 24 hours? So think noon one day to noon the next day. What are some learning objectives and building out the schedule, and then maybe some of the programs that would go along with that. So be a little more robust from this trial run that I did last year. So that's the exciting environmental side, primitive camping, nature, all that good stuff, and then food insecurity programming on the other side. Excited to work with you guys, and looking forward to this event. Please reach out. Becky or Dr. Mott has my contact information. Looking forward to seeing you guys in person. Thanks. Bye.